Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks for joining me on this beautiful Sunday morning. Today we have the Orient M-Force 200 meter automatic diver, and this is model number RA-AC0L01B00B. And guys, this is the third generation M-Force from Orient. Let's check this thing out. All right, guys, as usual, we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like this or any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. I do get a very small commission if you buy from my Amazon store, so I definitely appreciate it. Also, make sure you check out my watches for sale playlist. These are all the latest watches that I'm selling on my channel. You can get yourself a really good deal. And if you want to be a supporter of the channel, it's only $4.99 a month. Check that out in the description field. All right, so, basically, this is the typical Orient M-Force packaging. A lot of the Orient watches have like a little stainless steel panel right here. This is a little bit different. Let's check this thing out. And of course, I'll give you all the specs you need to know down there in the description field, but I'll go over the basic 7 things you need to know here. It's got like a rubberized outer box. Pretty nice. There you go, you got the model number there. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. It's a good looking watch for sure, man. I really like the way this thing looks. The only gripe I have, and I'm actually on the fence about this, is this crown guard. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take this crown guard off and show you what the M-Force looks like without it. I think it almost looks better. I'm not quite sure. Again, I'm really on the fence about this. I can't decide whether I can tolerate the crown guard or if I wanna take it off or what. But anyway, let's go ahead and take it off the pillow here. All right. Again, there's the watch. It's a good looking watch for sure. I like it. All right, and then underneath this little tray, you got the Orient manual right there. Let me pull it out for you. There you go. There's your Orient manual. And it sits nicely in that little dugout there. All right, let's get all this boring crapola out of the way. Again, I'll give you the 7 specs you need to know, and we'll talk a little bit more about this watch. I've always liked Orient watches. I think you get a ton for your money. Of course, they're owned by Seiko / Seiko Epson. It's a little confusing on who owns who, but I think Seiko's the main group that owns all of this stuff. But when I show you the case back, you're going to see Epson on there. You'd be like, what? It's a little confusing, but bottom line, Seiko owns Orient now, so you're going to see a couple familiar things like the bracelet. It's a Seiko bracelet. Some of the font you're going to see is going to be Seiko font. This crown, you're going to see these on Seiko watches as well. So there's a lot of Seiko stuff, a lot of Seiko DNA in these Orient watches now, including some of their colorways. But I mean, it's a great watch for the money. I'll go ahead and tell you up front, I like this watch a lot. So anyway, so the 7 specs you need to know, you're looking at a 45mm stainless steel case. It's 13.2 millimeters thick. It's 52 millimeters lug to lug. It's on a 20mm stainless steel strap. Water resistance is 200 meters, which of course is 660 feet. You've got an in-house Orient 56727 movement with about a 40-hour power reserve. The whole watch is ISO 6425 compliant, which basically means it's rated for diving. ISO stands for International Standards Organization, by the way, and you get a very nice sapphire crystal with an AR coating. Of course, you know that the watch has got a screw-down case back, you get a signed screw-down crown. Check out all the rest of the details down there in the description. So guys, I really like the way this watch looks. Again, this is the 3rd generation from Orient. The 1st gen was released back in 1997 and was produced till around 2002. The 2nd generation came out about, 9 years later, and that ran from 2011 to 2015. And now we have the brand new generation, the 3rd gen, which was released back in November of last year. These are very popular watches, again, because you get a ton for your money. Sapphire crystals, which a lot of Seiko watches don't even have sapphire crystals. I think you just get a ton for your money. This watch is heavy. It's about 205 grams. You definitely feel like you have something on your wrist. Some of y'all are going to like that. Some of you are not going to like it. It comes in a couple different colorways, a couple different dial variations. You can also get it on a rubber strap, which I think I would actually probably prefer because this is, at 205 grams. This is a heavy watch, man. These are actually made in Japan. Some people think being made in Japan is a bonus. Any Seiko watch is going to be a great, it's going to be a great watch no matter where it's made. Even if it's made in Malaysia, it's under Japanese supervision. So, the made in Japan thing, To me, it's kind of a gimmick a little bit, but you know, some people swear that the watches that are made in Japan by, you know, Orient or Seiko, actually all these Orients are made in Japan, but by Seiko, or, you know, it's a better watch. I don't know if I really subscribe to that, but you know, they're great watches. The dial's got like a matte black finish on it. You've got applied indexes with a chrome bezel. Got a really nice date window there. You can see it's got a white border around it. Very visible, very nice. You've got M-Force, you've got divers 200 meter down there at 6 o'clock. The hands are really cool. I like the fact that they're skeletonized. You got the yellow pop of the second hand. Now the back of the minute hand is all blacked out. So you can see that right there. And the only problem is when the hands are in alignment, that back of the minute hand kind of covers the hour hand a little bit. So it can be a little tiny bit disorienting, but that's only when the hands are in line with each other. In fact, let me go ahead and show you. Nice crown pop there. Let me go pop it out to the second position. If I can get it here. And let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, there we go. Now watch the hand. It's going to cover the hour hand. See? It's a little weird. Honestly, it's a little confusing at first. At least for me it is. But when it's out of the way, it's fine. It does cover, it does cover some of the M-Force text down there. Not a big deal. But, you know, again, it does cover that hour hand. Not a big deal. I guess it's not as bad as I thought it was. But anyway, so what time is it? Let's go back to the regular time. So nice big indexes there. Let me screw this thing back in. Really nice crown pop. I mean, this crown is literally out of the Seiko parts bin. As you can see, you got that red. You see this on a lot of those solar Seikos. That little red stripe right there. That's not a gasket. That's just like a painted red stripe around the crown. The crown itself is signed with the Orient logo. Here's your crown guard. And again, I'm going to take this off here in a few minutes and show you what the watch looks like without it. I like the bezel a lot. 120 click bezel. The numbers are engraved. I mean, this is a nice watch. I'm really impressed. These are about $600 on Orient site. You can get them for around $350, $360. This is definitely a cut above, man. I think they're very well made. Bracelet, really almost out of the Seiko parts bin. I think they actually are. You've got your dive extension. I think this is actually a Seiko bracelet off like what you would see on like a turtle or something like that, or many other Seiko watches. Same exact dive extension. Let me go and put this thing back here. It doesn't want to cooperate for some reason. There we go. I mean, stamped clasp, again, typical Seiko. There you go. That would normally say Seiko right there on the buckle. Silent end links, which is really nice. Really kind of subdued Orient caseback. It shows you it's got Sapphire, it's got M-Force, some other stuff around the watch. If you look down there, you can see where it says Epson. Very strange, man. I'm not quite sure how that integrates into the company, but anyway, there you go. And before I forget, I wanted to tell you what M-Force means. M-Force actually means three different things. It means mechanical, as in the fact this watch is an automatic. It means massive, which means the internal and external structures are shock resistant. And they also say it means maverick, like as in Maverick Watch Reviews. And that's referring to its original and different designs. I thought that was pretty cool when I said that part of the M-Force means maverick. Pretty cool. So good looking watch. I really do like it. Tell me what y'all think about this crown guard. Let me go ahead and take this thing off. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to take the crown guard off, and then y'all tell me what you think. I'll be back in just a second. All right, guys, here you go. Crown guard on, crown guard off. Tell me what you think, man. I mean, it could definitely use some small crown guards, but this thing, now it's really nice. It's actually made out of metal. It's not some plastic piece. I'm assuming it's probably made out of either stainless steel or aluminum, probably more like stainless steel, and it's IP coated. This is probably going to get some scratches on it, but it's definitely a metal piece. It's not plastic. But I mean, tell me what you think, man. Do you like it off? I kind of like it off, tell you the truth. Or do you like it on? What do you think? I don't know, man. I'm really torn. I don't know. I just don't know. It definitely does its job. Getting to the crown is a little bit harder. Actually a lot harder with the crown guard on, but obviously with the crown guard off, much easier to get to this crown. So, it's up to you. I don't know. You can take it off, put the screws back in if you want. The watch will be fine. It's a screw down crown, so nothing's going to hurt the watch. No water's going to get in there. It's basically just to, meant to protect that crown, but I think it's a little bit overkill just for me personally. So yeah, you know what? Thinking about it now, I think it is a little bit overkill. If they could just, integrate some crown guards into the case, I think that would be a little bit better, because it really does make it hard to get to that crown with that crown guard art. I know that's its purpose, but it makes it a little bit too hard for me personally. So anyway, there you go. Let me go ahead and put this crown guard back on just for a second. Give you one more look here. It's very well made. It's very well machined. It fits perfectly. So, all right. All right, let me go ahead and put it back on, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, guys, I'm back. Went ahead and put that crown guard back on. Let me go ahead and try this thing on for you real quick. I've tried it on before, and it fits great. There you go. Fits great. Again, a little bit heavy at 200 grams. It's a little bit heavier than I like. I never like to go really above about 150 or 60 grams. But, I mean, not obtrusively heavy, but you're definitely going to know you have something on your wrist. Let's go ahead, cut out the studio light and the monitor. Let's get you a Lume shot. Now you're looking at LumiBrite Lume, of course. There you go. Nice Lume, really nice Lume. Of course, what did you expect? It's Seiko's LumiBrite. Good looking Lume, man. Even got that little luminous pip up on the bezel there. All right, let's go ahead and cut everything back on. If you want to get one of these, head on over to my Amazon channel. They're right around $350 to $360. Again, they do come in a couple different colorways. You got the red dial, you got the black dial with the stainless, you got a blacked out version on a rubber strap, which I think it looks really cool. You've got like a gold and black kind of striped dial version, which I'm not really crazy about. I think either this one or the blackout version on a black rubber strap is probably the best looking version. So guys, again, check one of these out if you want on my Amazon channel. I'll make sure to put a link in the description field. They're right around 360 bucks. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.